How do you find more clients now, today? We are at the end of April, and a lot of agents that I'm talking to are asking where they should buy leads or what can I do for business now? And first and foremost, I just want to point out that what you do today typically shows up in your business 60 to 90 days from now. So if you look back 60 to 90 days, what were you doing then? And it is so very important that you show up every day and prospect for your real estate business. And I'm going to share a story I've shared before, but it's very impactful and proves my point. Again, I don't teach anything or talk to anything that I have not experienced. And I experienced this and it gave me a punch in the gut, is what I'll say. So I did a 90 listings in 90-day challenge with the team I was on. There were four agents, four of us. We would do our normal prospecting Monday through Friday in the morning from 9 to 11. We added Tuesday night and Thursday night from 5 to 7 and Saturday morning from 9 or 10 to noon. So we doubled down. Now, from October, end of October, we actually went to the end of January because we accounted for the holidays. We got 46 listings, and I was the buyer's agent. So, come that spring, I had 13 buyers I was working with. Now, fast forward to June of that following year, because we started in October to January, got all our listings, got all the buyers. Then we worked them, we closed them. June, as a team of four, we had 30 closings that following June. Amazing, right? Oh my gosh, so amazing. What many people didn't see is come February, March, April, May, I dropped all prospecting. I had all these buyers. I had to work, right? I had to get them homes. I had to figure this out. I had no time for prospecting. I had to work the clients that I worked so hard to get. 8 closings June. Wow. Amazing. Biggest month ever. Ask me how July went. Not so good. August, even worse. September, bad. My goal was 4 closings a month. Come October, by October, I was off goal. I lost money. And in that time where I did not run my calendar, I let it run me, I did not prospect, I lost, well, I was running around crazy, so I didn't know to get help. So I lost weight. I lost time with my family, which at the time I had three little kids. I did not see them on the weekends because I'd work three buyers Saturday and two Sunday. I didn't think to get a showing specialist. I didn't prospect. So end case, end of the whole road. Um, my results sucked. I did not hit my goal. I lost time, I lost money, my health went to crap, and all because what? Because I put the blinders on and I didn't think big picture. And I don't want anyone else to make this mistake. And I will say over and over and over again, because I am living proof. When you show up every day and prospect and have conversations, conversations equal currency. That's it. So the more conversations you have, the more clients or referrals you will be able to get. Now, another conversation and another thing I experienced was when I was on my team, I cold called. I did for sale by owners, I cold called expireds, canceled, just listed, just sold, all of it, and got really good because you do. Through repetition, you can get good at anything. Again, when I got into this business, I didn't even know how to properly say realtor. I used three syllables instead of two, and my ass got called on the table in a very embarrassing, but rightfully so way. So my point is I didn't know much of anything, and I had to learn it the hard way. And just through repetition, the first time I had to cold call, I remember I was cold calling around an open house. I locked myself in a closet. I was sweating. I was shaking. I was so uncomfortable. It's the last thing I wanted to do. But the difference between me and some agents that are doing this part-time or have a full-time gig. I didn't. Like I left my 13-year career in the rearview mirror. I literally did burn the boats. I was not going back. I could not go back. That was not an option. So I had to make this work. So I literally did whatever I was told to do. So uncomfortable. And I did it. And I got really good. And now I teach people and I coach people how to do this, how to objection handle, how to internalize your script so that you can listen to understand versus listen to respond. There is a difference. So it's repetition. It's getting up and it's doing your reps. It's doing it regardless of how you feel. Because here's another thing. You have amateurs and you have true entrepreneurs, where amateurs will get up and they'll be like, oh, I was up all night with my kids, or I have a headache, or it's really nice out. I can do my calls later, or I'm going to run here. I'm going to do this errand. I'm going to throw in a load of laundry. All the reasons and excuses, and they just find things to waste time and they don't do what they know they need to do in order to grow their business. True entrepreneurs show up and they just get to work. They do it because they know they need to do it. They do it because their business depends on it. And they do it because they're true entrepreneurs. They're not amateurs. They're not just floating by. They have a plan. They have a calendar that they follow. They have their list already pulled. Who are they calling? They follow their CRM or their Excel spreadsheet or whatever it is they need or works for them. I always say, I don't care what you do to show up and work your sphere, your past clients, your prospects. It could be post-it notes if that works for you, but you have to show up and do it. The easiest one is their CRM because you can automate a lot of that, which I'm happy to tell you more about. But yes, so who's your coach? Who's your mentor? You need people that are going to really show up for you and take your blinders and peel them off so you get a full 360-degree view. Because I'll tell you, even when I was on a team, gosh, I learned so much. It was amazing. I truly believe the whole thing that Alex Hormozy says about you learn and then you earn. And that's what I did. I paid for my education. I learned a lot. I learned so much. And looking back, connecting the dots, I can see where I was on a team and it was a well-oiled machine, but everyone was running their business. So I had to really, I guess, come to the table and ask for what I needed. And where I faltered is I would wait till I got to my breaking point, and then I would be like, oh, and they'd be like, oh, well, pull this lever of leverage, or go over here and do this, or go over here and do that. Because they were also busy running their own businesses and their own families and their own lives. And that's where it's really important that you get a good coach or a mentor. If you're wanting to quantum leap your business or get from where you are to where you want to be in a much shorter amount of time. And that's where I'm passionate and my passion lies is what took me 7 to 10 years to learn the really hard way. I collapse that and I give it to agents in months, if not weeks, depending how coachable they are. But this is not rocket scientists. I actually had that same team lead say one time, he's like, Angie, you're not saving lives. You're not a brain surgeon. You're not, flying people to the moon or anything. You're selling real estate. Settle your ass down because I was so anxious and I was so like, all of that. So I have just learned so much over my time being a realtor, and much of it was at a cost, and much of it was hard. There was a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of energy expelled that really didn't need to be in the way that I did it. So that's where my passion for coaching agents and helping them get from where they are to where they want to be in a much quicker amount of time. Now, I'm not a team builder. I'm not looking to help agents build and get all these teams across the country or the world. My business partners are very good at that. What I'm looking for is to help the individual agent who really is wanting to thrive, not just survive in this business. And it's truly usually just a few different things that they can tweak, starting with, where are you already showing up? I know I've been talking to so many agents lately, and I say the same thing over and over again. Where you show up, they should know what you do. They should know that you're a real estate agent. So quit hiding and quit being a secret agent. Wear your logo gear. And if people ask you how the market is, that is a great opportunity to ask them, there's a lot going on. What makes you ask today? Are you or do you know of anyone that I could be helping? In the past, I would just start throwing up information like this and this and that, and I have no idea why they're asking me. So get into curiosity, start asking questions back. You should only be talking 20 to 30% of the time. The person in front of you should be doing a majority, 70, 80% of the talking. So think about that. Think about that when someone asks you how the market is. And Russ Lagan, our one of our amazing trainers here and coaches at my brokerage, he taught me something I'd never heard either. He said, when someone asks you how the market is, because they've engaged with you now, so you can respond. He goes, "Oh my gosh, your timing's perfect. My newsletter, I'm actually wrapping it up. I'm going to be getting it out. What's a good email address for you? And I can get you on there and I'll just send you a market update weekly, monthly, whatever it is you send out. I won't spam you, but yeah, I know everyone loves to keep up with the market, and I do a great job of keeping people informed. Show up as the expert because you having a real estate license already makes you an expert. And a lot of agents forget that, at least that I come in contact with. And they just are hiding or they don't want to be salesy or icky and fall in love with sales. We're always selling. You're selling your spouse, you're selling your kids, you're selling your coworkers. You're selling people every day on why to do something or why not to do something. So it's taking the perspective and the awareness you have about sales and looking at it differently. It's amazing. So, with that said, reach out to me. I will put my link in the comments for the school community. It's Women Real Estate Business Builders. And I have a free community that I invite all women to. And yeah, I would love to help you in any way I can because now is the time to get going and put any thought you have that you can't be doing this or it's too hard or why can't I aside and go get it done. And I'm here for it. I'm here to help in any way I can. So until next time, you have a good one.